Welcome back, everyone, to Mental Mondays Tips and Strategies. Today, we are going to talk about how to tap into that creative mental potential. So, have you ever had problems that you needed to find solutions to, but you've been just stuck? You've hit a wall? Have you ever had that creative project that it just wasn't quite right and there was something more you needed to add or to change? Do you have a team where you know there's some potential brilliance there, but everyone's kind of worn out or stressed and they're just all out of ideas, or it seems like they are? Well, use these next tips and strategies that will help you to tap into your creative potential, to help you have those aha moments, those insights, and to tap into those hidden gems in your creative mind to create that new project, tap into the mental genius of your team members, and lead them to creative mental success. Let's go. So the first tip to tap into your creative mental potential is to minimize the efforts of your prefrontal cortex or your higher intelligent brain. I know I've talked a lot about how it's very important to think logically and analyze and plan and directing all that energy to your higher thinking brain. But today I'm telling you, let's minimize that and redirect our energy to the right side of our brain. Now, your left side of the brain is responsible for your logical thinking, your technical thinking, your yes and no's and black or white. And it relies on information that you can see, that it can touch, that it can feel. And it only is able to pull from localized information in the brain. So the right brain is the opposite. It's your creative potential. It's where it will pull from wherever in the brain to link ideas from your past, from tidbits that you read as a child, as a teenager, something that came into your peripheral vision and you caught it from your subconscious mind. It will pull from everything to create those moments of insights, those ideas that are innovative and creative, and they'll just suddenly pop into your mind. And that's when we have activation of our right brain. To trick your brain and to outsmart your intelligent, logical brain, you need to purposefully engage the right side of your brain by thinking in a creative code. In other words, think illogically, think ambiguously, think metaphorically, think poetically when you're trying to activate your creative side and shut down your logical side, because your left brain can't handle ambiguity. It can't handle metaphors and similes and open-ended questions. So when you're trying to tap into the talent of your team, ask open-ended questions. When you're trying to think of an engaging presentation, you could write an outline of the presentation. Your left brain would love this tactic. Or you could ask the question, what would I need to say in order for these executives to engage with my idea, in order to transform their vision of what leadership should be? This is not a yes or no, right or wrong, straightforward answer to this. You're forcing your left brain into a subdued state, and you're activating the right side of your brain to answer these questions, to pull from all that you know, to pull from books that you've read, to pull from the things that you barely read but still got into your mind anyways, to pull from those seminars you went to pull from your own experience where you were a leader or you were led by someone that you admire. This is what you're doing when you're tricking the left brain. You are taking away its ability to answer something from a logical point of view. Another way to trick your left side of your brain is to go do something active. When you are physically engaging in an activity, you're operating another part of your brain called the motor cortex. And when this motor cortex is being activated, you automatically are decreasing your intellectual brain in your left brain because blood flow is being redirected to the motor cortex. And so you're automatically decreasing the left brain activity and the prefrontal cortex activity. Neuroscience actually shows that when you are engaging in some kind of physical activity, your cognitive abilities actually decrease. So you're not as smart. You're not able to do things as efficiently that requires your thinking abilities. Go run, go play, go do something that's going to get your muscles moving, which means you increase your right brain activity because it's not bounded by the same rules as your left brain and your prefrontal cortex. So one way to increase the right brain's activity is to get into certain brain wave states. These would be your alpha, theta, and delta wave states. These are the wave states that can be measured using fancy neuroscientific techniques and technology. Your brain goes into certain wave states when it's doing certain things. So when you're in your most relaxed state, you get into your alpha and theta wave states. And you can activate these wave states by doing relaxation techniques, mindfulness practices, and they seem to naturally occur when we're taking a shower, when we're doing something routine, or when we're about to go to bed, or upon waking up. Because this is a time when your logical brain is not thinking logically. There's really nothing to think logically about when you're in the shower or when you're gardening or straightening, organizing, doing something routine. So your left side of the brain in your CEO is not really all that active, which leaves room for your creative side of the brain, your right side of the brain, to increase its activity. So we want to consciously learn how to activate our right brain to have more insights and book ideas and chapters that will pull from everything we know. We don't have to be limited to our left brain and local information and things that we can see, because that's what the left brain does. It only really pulls from what it can see, what's tangible, what it can feel, what it knows already. We want to pull from what you already have known, even if you don't know you know it. Now, sleep is an excellent way to tap into your creative mental potential, because when we are asleep, our brains, believe it or not, this is when our brains are the most active. It's counterintuitive, right? But it's not enough just to go to sleep. You have to make sure that you get quality sleep, that you are getting into that delta wave sleep. That's your deepest level of sleep. You can increase your creative mental potential by 10 to 15% just by getting into these relaxation states and making sure that every night you get into the deep delta wave sleep. Another way to consciously activate your right brain activity, your creative brain, is to borrow other people's right brains. Everybody has a right brain, right? No pun intended. If you share your ideas, if you ask for other people's perspective, if you tell people that you are writing something or you're trying to come up with the logo that will inspire people, they'll start tapping into their right brain potential. They'll start bringing together information that they learned from their past and things they read and things they unconsciously know or subconsciously know, and start bringing together unrelated ideas in order to contribute to your insight and your solutions. You are multiplying your right brain activity by simply sharing what you are trying to accomplish, what you are trying to do. And guess what? When they're asleep, they'll be working on your problems as well. They'll be working on finding your solutions as well. But that's okay, because whenever we find solutions, our brains are happy. It gets rewarded, it releases the good, happy hormones every time we have those aha moments. So it's all good for everyone. So make sure you use these tips and strategies to optimize your creative mental potential so that you can find that next $1 million idea, that book idea, that last engaging chapter of that book, that logo that's going to inspire and attract people to your products and services, that ability to tap into your team's brilliance, get them unstuck. Getting stuck is okay if you know how to optimize your right brain's potential. So don't look at having mental blocks as a bad thing. It's a great thing if you know how to consciously activate your limitless right brain's potential. Your right brain does the big picture thinking. It sees the whole forest, as opposed to your left brain, who works on all the details. So once you get your insights and your creative ideas, your aha moments, and that answer in the night or in the bathtub or wherever you are, once you get that thing that you've been waiting for, then you can activate your left brain again and your mental CEO, your intelligent, conscious thoughts, to work out all the details. How you're going to execute these creative ideas, how you're going to make these new insights happen. And this is how you collectively use both your right and your left brain. I don't believe in only using your left brain or only using the right brain. That's not how you optimize your mental potential. We have to learn to consciously engage both sides of our brains to the best of our ability, using these tips and strategies so that you can optimize your full mental potential. The moment you say I'm a right brainer or I'm a left brainer, you're cutting off half of your brain, half of your potential. What are you thinking about? So use these tips and strategies to learn how to optimize both sides of your brain so you can reach your creative potential, your mental potential, your conscious potential, your emotional potential, whatever potential you're seeking in this life. You can reach it, you can optimize it. I hope this video served you, and I look forward as usual to hearing your comments. Right down there, share with me, how is this information changing you? What kind of feedback are you getting from others? And if you're not signed up, sign up today, and you can get these free tips and strategies directly to your inbox. And those who are signed up, you will also get free updates on services and products that are being generated as we speak. And I have tons more strategies on how to optimize your creative potential and your mental potential in a book that will be out very soon, because there's only so much I can put in a video, right? So let's continue to tap into your potential together. Until next week, I'll see you then.